Welcome to 108 Gate. We are currently looking at the Divine Feminine energy. Divine Masculine reading is uploading as we speak, as I speak. And Divine Feminine, it feels like she's in two minds. Do I go ahead or not? It's not so much not knowing which way to go. It's more to know with the timing of things, the precision of things, do I have enough, for example, just as an example, do I have enough supplies to go on this journey? Do I have enough this whatever to take on the next route? Let's get into the cards because it's a bit of a it's quite a dense, complex energy. Probably going to be really simple, but once we get to it, there you go. True feelings. So there's like this invisible bubble. Very strange, very strange. So it's as if you're in a ring, and you're a rubber ring or something. You're in the center, and you're trying to step forward, but this inflated ring around self, it stops you from getting access to it. So if I'm trying to get to the end of here, but I have I'm here and the ring is around like that, trying to get something here, I'm trying to reach it, I can't, just because it won't let me get near to where I'm trying to reach to. So we've had this come up before. Right, if we're dealing with this is going to be an absolutely fantastic reading, and I'm willing to go as long as it takes to get into this. Right, here we go. Ready? I hope it's as good as I'm feeling it's going to be. Ooh, true feelings within you is all you need to know. That bubble is not there. That bubble has been manufactured by people who don't want you to succeed, who don't want you to progress forward, who don't want you to leave them behind, who don't want to see you move on without them. They want you to stop and drag them with you. You don't want to drag them with you any longer. Who is that hitting for? Because this is a strong vibe. Spirituality, true feelings. So this is where we get into that stuff I call false spirituality. So sometimes, oh gosh, it's going to be awkward. Okay, so if you don't like what I'm saying, or if you don't like aspects of what I'm saying, please don't take it personally. Don't take it to heart. It's just literally, this is the energy that's coming up. Some of you are going to understand it in one way. Some of you will understand it in a different way. Either way, I'm not saying this as a pointing fingers or for someone to feel bad about themselves. It's literally just take a step back and have a look. Or not. Maybe I'm not the reader for you. Anyway. True feelings with good intention. I really do mean this with good intention. Otherwise, why would I be sitting here putting my time into this? So, true feelings, spirituality. It's time to connect with what you believe. So, in the past, when you have felt more and more disconnected from what you want, it's just out of reach, it's because a lot of the times people have played on your good nature. People have played on your gentle and generous and kind heart. So it's up to you to identify the difference between the true spirituality and the false spirituality. So I'm sure there's going to be more than a few people that can identify with when you're doing something and it's going really well. This does definitely tie in with the masculine reading, so I would suggest you go and have a look at that, at how to be more proactive in this vibe. So you're doing well, and you have what looks like everything you need. Everything's going fantastic. Outside looking in, you got everything. You know the pain and the anguish and the work it took to get to where you are, and you also know that this isn't where you're stopping. This is simply a part of my journey. You have, on some level, understood that this is part of my journey, therefore it looks effortless because you're not grasping for something in a eager way. that looks like you're struggling. You're just going along with the motion, and then you're sort of like, right, now I'm here, accepting that, now I'm here, and I'm going to continue to move on. So it looks effortless to some people looking from outside in. You know what you had to do, even if it's not consciously, subconsciously, you know where you are and what you had to do to get to this point. So because someone else sees you doing this as effortlessly as they would like to be doing it themselves, they think that gives them the right to therefore take this effortlessness from you. Therefore, you're supposed to share this effortlessness, but it's not something that's tangible and that can be in the way of I have 5 loaves of bread and I know that I have to eat at least, I'm going to have 2 for myself, and I know I've got 3 that are going to go to waste if I don't have them now, if I don't eat them. Therefore, I have 3 surplus that I can give. That's a different kind of sharing. This kind of sharing that they want you to do, you can't do. Just for your self-maintenance, just for your self-protection, just for your self-preservation, or for your pure self-development, to your higher potential. But the notion of, if you don't give me your time, if you don't give me your effort, if you don't give me your attention, if you don't give me your resources, you're not a spiritual person, you're not a kind person, you're not a good person, you are a bad person, blah, blah, blah. Paint all this all over you in this image, and then speak to other people about so-and-so, so mean, so rude, so greedy, because she doesn't share this with me, she doesn't do this for me, he doesn't do that, and he doesn't do this, whatever it is, they don't do this, whatever it is. So you now bringing back the awareness of, just because somebody wants something doesn't mean you have to give it them. Just because somebody wants something that you have and that you could give them doesn't mean you have to, doesn't mean you should. As I'm saying that, I've slowed right down, because the images that are coming up is not just around tangible objects. It's not just around money, or I don't know, a room, or this or that or the other. It could be yourself. It could be somebody took advantage of someone. Somebody took out their anger out on someone. They're used as like the punching bag. They were used in a very low vibe way. It could have been emotional, it could have been sexual, it could have been physical, it could have been financial, whatever it is, it's just not correct. On some level, some of the things could have been a form of abuse, it could have been a form of taking advantage of someone in a very, very low vibe way, negative way. So, if that is the case, I hope whoever those people are seeking the correct support and help. So now, back to this point, with a more lighter version of that. That was a side. True feelings, spirituality, you know that we can't, like, how many times has someone come up to you and said, you need to give me this, this and this. You need to lend me some money. Can you lend me some money because you have it? You didn't possibly have the habits that they have, and then spend it on something, and then be in a position where you don't have it. So you've took the initiative. You've done the due diligence to make sure that you're saving something aside. You are putting something here aside for you. You are making sure that you're being smart with what you've got. You are investing correctly. You're making sure you have the correct support and information before you invest, instead of just doing things and then losing everything. So this perspective, interestingly, Hanged Man, it feels very relevant that if you haven't understood what I've said right now, because it is a massive undertaking, because of some of the images that are coming in, it may then lead to having to admit to certain things having happened. So it might be that you're just not ready for this, and just simply take your time. Simply just don't even, if it's not for you, then just leave it. If it's not comfortable for you, just leave it be. This is a general reading. So the Hangman, as you start understanding when you start having the courage to feel that, you know what, that's true. I'm not entitled to your things, and I don't behave as though I'm entitled to your things. So why would I have to adhere to and be like that? You have to do that. Do it in the way that you feel that I'm obligated to give you this. I don't come to you saying you have to give me this, you have to give me that, because I need it. I know I have to put the work in to go forward. Therefore, I'm going to come back and do what I need to do. And I'm not feeling that you're entitled to take my things. I'm not feeling I'm entitled to take whatever it is you're working on. I actually are not feeling obligated either to do that. Right. 8 of Cups, walking away from this perspective, walking away from what is not good for you, what is not good for others. So if you have the ability to walk away from something because they keep getting stuck in their own jam, keep getting stuck in their own cycle, walking away from other people's cycles, instead of trying to pull them, so they're like holding on, like, take me with you, take me with you. Take you where? You're on a different journey. You're in a different stage of the journey. You need to go that way instead. Not with me. Nine of Wands. Mastering it. Master walking away. Really, really. It's not a small comment, a short kind of thing that just happens, because you're going to have different examples of it happening. So walking away, master being able to walk away, or this might ring true as well for some of you, when someone walks away and they expect you to chase them, they expect you to be like, don't go, and you're like, it's all right, don't worry, we'll sort it out. That kind of vibe, like, just let them go. And this time, don't chase them. This time, just let them walk. Even when they're looking back and like, right, you're going to chase me? No, you got up and walked away. Off you go. Enjoy your trip. Let them go. Or if you're going to walk away, keep walking. Don't get pulled back into the emotional blackmail. Don't get pulled back into the emotional manipulation. Hangman, it's going to feel difficult at first. But once you start doing it and you see the benefit, you're really going to have to dig in deep to do this, because it's really going to play on your conscience, it's going to play on your emotions, it's going to play on your guilt, it's going to play on all these different things. So really, Hangman, seeing like, I've got to do this, visualise walking away from it, visualise that if they walk away again, that's it. So, and then that juggling of being able to do it, so that juggling of emotions, that juggling of should I stay or should I not. So this was the indecisive feeling that was coming up at the beginning of the reading, of like not quite sure what to do. And I said it didn't feel quite clear as to what it was talking about, what it was trying to explain. Now I get it. So it's literally not sure which way to go, because it's not you who initially may have started a lot of these situations. So if someone has that tendency to walk away and expects you to chase them, let them go. Just let them keep walking. See how far they get. The funny thing about those situations is when they've walked so far and they've walked too far, then they get stuck in their pride and they don't want to be the one to backtrack. Then they have to keep walking. But when they've walked too far and you don't give in and you don't go back to them, they've got nowhere to go but to backtrack, and they have to put their pride on the side. Very, very strange situation. Sorry, excuse me. But this is the juggling that's going to be happening. Actually, seeing what's happening, keep it moving in your favour. Keep it moving in the direction which you need to go and which you want to go. Right, we have one more here. Excellent. What did I just say? Keep moving in the direction you need to go and the direction that you want to go. Just keep it moving. True spirituality doesn't mean you have to sacrifice everything you have or everything you are for others. That's not spirituality. That's false. You need to be strong within yourself first. There's a lot to play with here. There's a lot to work with here. And Venus is, at the current time of this reading, Venus is at 22 Libra. So that's your 7th house. That's the 7th house. Strengthening the home, strengthening relationships, strengthening healthy relationships. More so because it is at 22 Libra, letting go of the things we don't need, letting go of that which is not serving us. Letting go of situations like that, like literally as if you're like on a roundabout and you can't get off the roundabout because someone walks away. You feel like you're obligated to bring them back in, reel them back in. But in truth, your true feelings are, you know what, I really couldn't give a toss about this any longer. I don't care about it any longer. You want to keep walking away. But for some reason, you've been conditioned to like bring them back in, bring them back under your wing. And then you realise, Hangman, new perspective. I don't actually need this. I don't want this. So why do I bring them back in? Why do I go back to them? Why do I chase? Let it go. Have a look. See how it goes. So for now, have a great day. The Divine Masculine should be up soon. It's before this one. And until later, peace and love.